Hello you beautiful people, welcome back to another Hiker Plays video. Today we are going to be looking at training, and specifically the first bit of training that you can do in the game of Blue Lock. So we are not going to do Save Blue Lock, I'm going to save that for a second video. We are going to be starting with beginning the Striker. For those of you who don't know, I am sitting on 124k total team power, sitting on A+, and most of my units are above 20k, but what I haven't done is actually go back and do the beginning training. So I want to start by doing the beginning training. We are going to pick, should we say, for argument's sake, we do Yoichi? Should we just go in and do Yoichi? I think that's what we should do. So we'll go in and then we're going to auto edit the team. I'll set it based on level and that should be fine. As you can see, we have a friend who has a level 100 Bitoma, which is fantastic. That's something that we didn't have the other day. And this is the team that we're going to be doing our training with. If we hit next, that's going to let us go into the training menu and we're going to be able to start. So start training. Now, you're going to have to do a few things. And what we're going to do is try power up our Isagi. If we hit tap, if we just tap there, I like to do this. I like to just ×3 speed that because then I don't have to keep hitting skip. I know. I also skip a lot of this, so you know, because I'm doing tons of trainings back to back to back. So right at the top, you've got your conditions. Very important to know there are, I think, 5 condition types, and the condition types we want to be working with is going to be best and extreme. Anything that isn't best or extreme, we're going to be jumping into a break, and we're going to try and push that straight up to best or extreme, because that's going to give us the best multipliers. So with Isagi, we know that he is quite a technical player. We probably want to make sure his technical stats are quite high. I mean, he naturally has a ton of it, but what we're looking at is, I mean, you can click through all of these. You can see that there's stats being applied. I'm not going to bore you guys. This is pretty low-key. I know there's a lot of new players who are going to see this and probably want to know. But for you older players, we're going to quickly just brush over the basics and then we'll be going into detailed content anyway. So if you just tally everything up, you're going to see very quickly there's about 40 stat points there. Tally everything up here, you're going to see that there's a little bit over 40 stat points here, because that alone is about maybe 50 something. So Ultra Shuttle is already doing better. Why? Because it's got 2 people on it. And that's what you're going to notice. The more people that appear that can help your training, the more points you're going to get. Over here, you've got 22 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. That is going to be, what, another 40 something? So close to 50 something even. That's going to give about the same amount of points to that. So now we're thinking, right, which stats do we want to work on? And then we jump straight into here, and you're going to see this is going to give us slightly more stats. And it does, it's about 3 stats. I think it's about 3 or 4 points of stats based on the number of people on it. So I am going to start with that. And we did get a times 140, which is okay. Realistically, we want to go for really high multipliers. I don't think this bit matters. Someone can correct me. But I just sort of go with whichever. It doesn't really matter, I don't think, too much. But there you go. So we've just applied some stats. Now, you have normal cards and you have golden cards. If we were to say click on this, you can see the stat numbers being assigned. But if we were to click on a gold number, you can immediately see that 104, 117. If you see a golden card, you take the golden card. And then hopefully we get like a big multiplier. We didn't. We only got 120%. We could have hit like a 300-400%. That would have been insane. Unfortunately, we didn't. Now, I'm going to just try and go through this a little bit quicker. So what I'm going to do is over the course of this, I'm going to be just picking what has the biggest numbers, and we're going to try and apply the most amount of stats to our character. I'm not too worried about what stats I'm going to apply. I'm really just going for, if there's any gold cards, we're going to take them, like in this case, and we're going to pray for big multipliers like times 200s, which are excellent. Perfect. There you go. I think overall we're really aiming for that 16 to 20k. I mean, I don't know if we can get higher in this, but we might be able to. Part of me sort of saying maybe we should go for the rest, see if we can get the extreme stats, but that's fine. So again, I know this team has got mostly mid-range shooting, so I'm going to just change this to dribble close and then take the shot. I don't think it makes a huge difference, but I personally skip the games, so there's a little toggle at the bottom, which I have clicked. I should have shown you. I'll show you before the next game. And what that does is it's just going to skip the game, and I don't have to worry too much about that. I can jump straight back in and start smashing out the stats yet again. You can see because we won the game, we gained a huge amount of stats, and we've got 20 more turns at the top. Those 20 turns are going to dictate how strong we can make this character. Well, 19 now. So, that's amazing. When you get 2 yellows, make sure you click through them, because you've got a 93, a 2020. That's what, 100 and just shy of 133 or something like that is there. That's 150, so that's considerably better. That's perfect, that's what I want. And a times 160, that's not too bad. Now, you might say, okay, you can do better, and you probably can do better. So what we can do is let's actually experiment a little, right? Maybe not on this turn. The next turn where we get no yellow card, we're going to experiment with something. Because our condition doesn't seem to be changing. So, right, what I want to do is no yellow card. Perfect. I want to hit break here. When you hit break, your condition should 99% of the time be improving, which means we should be going into that, extreme condition. Let's see. There we go. Extreme is fantastic. We're going to be hitting much higher multipliers here. So we'll take that. You can see it's 180. That's actually a really low one for extreme, but that's okay. And when we do the second training type, this plays into the effect way more because you can get more condition types on that one. It's really sad that we're not getting golden cards in this period. If we had golden cards and getting these 250 multipliers, life would be fantastic. And you could say, Haikon, why don't we start with a break, pushing it straight to extreme? That is also another play. You could be doing that. But let's see what we can get from a multiplier perspective. 160, it's gone down to good. That's not good for us. We're going to have to go and take a break so we can push it back up because we do want to try and hit those big multipliers. Another thing you want to pay attention to is the skills. There are certain skills you do want in certain characters. You could do some research into what you want to do. And when you're training characters, you're going to want to hit certain stat thresholds in order to be able to unlock those skills. Let's just hit OK here. This is going to have to get all the dialogue done. Perfect. What I want to do is... Oh, it's going to throw me into another cutscene. Let's get that done. So when we get the next set of bits over here, for example, if we were to click and hold onto that, you can see that the learnable skills we can still get is Shot Adept and Fantasia. So by upgrading this, we're going to be able to do that. No skills to be learned here. No skills to be learned here. None to be learned here. None to be learned here. So again, we want to be learning these skills. I know I said I'm going to take a break, but what I'm going to do is not turn down a free golden card because the stats on that is just too high. The next time we don't have a golden card is when we're going to do the next break. And I know just because the game hates me, it's probably going to give me another golden card. No, it's not. Fantastic. So we can end up on best. We can end up on extreme. I'm hoping we end up on extreme here. And then hopefully we'll get a big golden card to back the cause as well. I mean, we've got how many turns left in us now? We're on 11 turns left. And that, again, Cross Adept, Dazzle, 2 big skills there. Let's see what we get. 160 is really not good, is it? That really isn't good. That's fine. Let's flick through it. I am going to try and speed this up a fair bit. Come on. Let's do that. 500 is beautiful. It's like 130 on all the stats that just got applied. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff. All in all, I can see this Asagi hitting like 16k, and this is roughly what you should be aiming for. If you're a brand new player sort of creating a character for the first time, 10, 15, 16k is really, really good numbers. As you unlock your first B team, that's going to change massively. 250, oh yes, we'll take that. And we hit our first S. We got a technical S, that's quite good. I'll take the S in technical. And can we get like an SS, I wonder? Right, let's just do that. By the way, if anyone wants to know more about training and like, I guess, in-depth guides, feel free to let me know if there's things you think I missed. We'll cover them again. If you are liking the video, make sure you hit a like and subscribe because you'd be helping the channel. You know, I don't post too regularly, but I am going to try. It's something I'm trying to do more and more and more. So I'll be honest, if you guys are watching, you'll probably get more videos. Just saying. Cool. Right, we've got 4 more turns left. So let's go blitz those 4 turns. I love it, 350%. And we've still got the extreme condition going. That is really, really, really good. I love it when a condition just stays. You know. Some of these training sessions take like 10-15 minutes, by the way. So make sure you don't go into these like thinking you're going to come out of them really quickly. They do take a fair while. And we're going through them quite fast, right? Like we're doing this, we're speedrunning this, and we're almost 10 minutes in. By the way, if at any point this is too long, you can actually come into the menu and just pause it. You can pause it, back out, and it will save the run. So don't think that you have to do it in one sit down. It's ideal you do it in one sit down, but if you need to pause it, you need to pause it, and that's fair enough. Let's advise against overtraining. It doesn't really matter. That should give us a little bit more stats. And as you can see, the stats aren't fantastic. This is not what I would use in my team, but there you go. And it's on not bad, the last condition. That's not too good, is it? And we're going to get to play our last game. The stats are really poor on this. Like, I'm going to be super real with you. I am not happy with the training stats on this. But then that's because I'm so used to having better stats. But yeah, for those of you who are curious about the other type of training, we are going to be doing a separate video on it. I'll probably release it about a similar time. So go and check that video out straight after this. And you are going to hopefully be able to see tons and tons and tons of beautiful stats appear. By the way, there is a little bit more of this training, isn't there? I completely forgot that there's this part of the training still. I know we're doing not bad, but I'm going to risk it. A 160 is really good for where we were on condition. I will take that. Right, let's just blitz through this bit now. We'll take the break. Hopefully that's going to give us a little bit of love. I'll take a best condition here. Absolutely, we'll take a best condition here. Oh, it's a good. That's sad. We should be able to win both set of games now. He says. Cool. Nice and easy. It's alright, because that's just a little bit more stats. Me trying to just speed run this, by the way. Right. 3 turns. I say we just go 3 turns of as many stats as we can pop on this guy. Hopefully we'll get some golden cards. Yes, we do immediately. 120, we'll take it. That gives us an SS on technical. Fantastic. Can we get another big yellow card here before the match? We can. And it's 180%, not bad. That is going to be the last of the stats. Well, minus the fact that if we win the game, we're going to get a little bit of a boost then. So this is roughly where we're finishing. And if we go into it, it's actually a 20k Asagi. Like, it's kind of turned out all right. I think if, provided we win this, which we should. Nice and easy. This should be about 21, 22k. Which isn't the worst. Yep, that's all good. And again, I'd argue we were pretty unlucky with some of the rolls. Like, we could have gotten way luckier. Look at that. That's not the worst, is it? It's an A-rank Asagi. So if you guys want to build an A-rank team, that's how easy it is right now. So 21k, we take that. Done. Train 5 of those and you've got an A-rank team. So absolutely good. Now, I am going to be honest with you. If for whatever reason, you don't, like, if you do have this, fair enough. If you do have the other training method, I personally think this training method is slightly better, but I might be a little biased on this, but I just get way better numbers on it. So definitely keep an eye on that one. I am going to be making a video on that shortly. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.